Good evening, everyone. We're just going live to tell you a little bit about Wings on Words, a workshop that we're conducting, a writing workshop that we're conducting this Saturday with best-selling author Megha Bajaj. So we're just going to spend some time talking to her about what is going to happen in the workshop and get you all excited whether you want to join the workshop. So before I bring her on, I'd like to formally introduce her. Megha Bajaj is a best-selling author of the book The Breakthrough, which was published by Rupa and which has sold nearly 12,000 copies in just 9 months. In the past, she has penned several acclaimed and award-winning books, including Thank You Cancer for Hay House, I Inspire for Jeko, and Happiness in the Age of Ambition for Rupa. While she's written over 1,000 articles for internationally acclaimed magazines and newspapers, Megha is an author and mentor who runs online writing and healing workshops for aspiring authors as well as people looking at using words to heal their lives and know themselves better. She is a well-loved speaker on her talk show Wow Talks. She has even been invited to premier institutes to share her insights and her inspiring story. While she was the youngest speaker at the World Confluence of Spirituality and Humanity for 2 consecutive years, and she recently addressed FICCI Flow, the women's wing of the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. She also writes film scripts for prominent production houses and defines herself as an ardent seeker. So, with that, I think we're all ready to welcome her on and tell us a little bit about Wings on Words and what we all can gain to learn from this workshop. Megha, I believe you are here. So, if you can, either send me a request, otherwise I. So while we wait for Megha to join us, how many of you? Oh, hi, Megha.
Hi, Niyati. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So as you know, we're all pretty excited about doing this workshop on Saturday, the 29th of May at 5 p.m. Registrations are open. But in the meantime, I think we'd like you to kind of formally also introduce Wings on Words, and you know, just tell us about Wings on Words and what aspiring writers can stand to gain from it.
Sure. So, Niyati, firstly, I have to tell you that Kitab Khana has been my favorite place to come and read a book, have a soup, and just enjoy myself. So, I love you guys for the wonderful work you do. It's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so much.
yeah. So happy to be here. Wings on Words, like the name suggests, gives wings to your words. I think all of us, Niyati, know that, when we read, I'm assuming this group is filled with a lot of readers and people who love reading, love words. When you read something, I think in a lot of us, this little desire gets, formed saying, can I also write? And a lot of us kind of suppress and squish that desire and say that, no, I don't think I'll ever be there. So it's for all those people out there who've ever thought to themselves, hey, can I write? And my answer, whether you're 11, whether you're 12, whether you're 70, is yes, you can. And you can do so much through writing, besides giving wings to your words, that it's amazing. So a little on Wings on Words is that, wow, as I call it, is that I realized very early in my life the potential of words. So I was a truant who used to bunk school, sit on a terrace upon this rusted bronze terrace facing the sea, and I would keep scribbling. And that's all I did. I loved scribbling. I never knew that scribbling could actually make me one day a best-selling author. And I realized that that's where we all begin, with scribbling, just wanting to share our thoughts with the world. And somewhere along the way, we give it a little structure, we give it a little direction, and so many things become possible. So WOW was formed for scribblers like me who just want to tell a story, just have that many thoughts and feelings brewing within them, which they just want to get out there. So I think that's the crux of WOW. But what it's done along the way has been immense, Niyati. I mean, I'll be happy to share more, but yeah, to begin with, I think this is what wow is.
No, I'm sure. I think everybody who attends the workshop is sure to gain a lot from this. But I also want to ask you, in your opinion, what are some of the common mistakes or assumptions that new writers, when they're just starting out, that they tend to make, and would Wings on Words help address those?
Absolutely, Niyati, because I think there are two categories of writers, the aspiring authors. One is those who are aspiring and just keep aspiring. And I think the mistake that they make is that they judge themselves so much, Niyati, that will I ever become like a J.K. Rowling? Will I ever actually write a book? Will I write something which is worthy of people reading it? And in that whole bargain, they never write at all. So that's the first group that I would love, if they join the workshop. I want to tell them that there is a reader for every book, there's a reader for every writing. Let's get it out there. You never know what's hiding within you, you never know what kind of potential is there. So that's the first thing, to those kind of authors. The ones who've got started, but just don't know that, where are we going with it. I do believe that the wow will help them give a lot of structure, give a lot of direction. And yet the biggest misconception, if especially if there are people who have written a book, one of the biggest misconceptions is that the role of an author is over when you write a book. Actually, all of it begins after you write the book. So, I want to talk a little about that as well in the workshop, that what does it take to make a bestseller happen? How does it's one thing to write, but what does it take to take your writing to the world is a very beautiful thing that I've discovered the very hard way. And I hope that I can make it a lot simpler for a lot many authors out there.
So, is the workshop only for people who write a certain genre or are interested in a certain genre, or is it for everybody who just wants to put pen to paper and kind of structure their thoughts in order to make a book?
It's for anyone who loves writing. And anyone, in fact, I would go that far and say it's for anyone who loves reading, because you never know where there is a writer lurking within you, And I've come across so many non-writers, Niyati, who through Wow today are published, award-winning, best-selling authors. And one of them happens to be 65 years old, who said that,
Uh,
oh, after my angioplasty, after this, that, what will I do with my life? And she went ahead and wrote 3 books and won awards for them. So my whole thing is that if you love words, come, because you never know what you're going to discover within you. And one more thing that I would like to stay over here is that in these uncertain times, it's not just about writing a book or writing a blog or a piece. It's about using writing to relieve all your emotions. It's about using writing to just give direction to your thoughts in a day. And I think that's something else that I'd like to pick on the workshop, because writing is such a powerful tool and it's helping me stay sane through it all. So a lot more sanity for all the other people as well.
So anybody who's missed it so far, I'll just reiterate the details of the workshop. We're conducting it on Saturday, on May 29th. It's the workshop is going to happen on Zoom, so it is going to be interactive. It's an hour-long session starting from 5 p.m. until 6 p.m. Registrations are open. It is a paid workshop. The payment details and the registration is through the link for a form that's in Kitab Khana's bio. So you can have a look at that. If you're not able to find the form or something, please DM us, or I'm sure you can DM Megha herself, and we'll send you details how to register. And I think that's pretty much it. Everything that we kind of wanted to cover. I just want to end with what are some of your what's some of your favorite writing and your favorite writers?
Um, I would have to say I loved Michelle Obama's Becoming, and what the book's done for me and the style, etc., has been phenomenal. I am a big self-help reader, so I love all the books, of that genre. I love biographies. I write them too, and that's what excites me. I feel that for me, writing is just an extension of who I am. So everything, that's related to life is what excites me. And all forms excite me. I mean, I love poetry, I love film script writing, I love books, I love blogs. So I want to talk about that as well. There's so much one can explore. It's such a buffet out there, and why should we miss anything?
Absolutely. Definitely agree. So I hope that has been inspiring to everyone who's been listening to this and watching this. Of course, details have been shared on our profile. Megha will share the details as well for her audience. And yeah, we look forward to seeing a lot of you on Saturday at the workshop. And I'm sure it's going to be exciting and it's going to be fun to see a wide range of stories pour out of the people who participate in the workshop and benefit us as bookstores in the process. Someday we might be able to house your books at our store and reach them
Yeah,
out to readers.
waiting to, waiting to. In fact, it's one of the places I miss the most. So hopefully, as it opens up, you're gonna be the first haunt.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Megha, for joining us. And if you guys have any more questions, please DM us. If you can ask them here, in fact, if there are any questions. But I don't quite see them. If there are, you can definitely DM either of us and we'd be happy to address them. So thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you. See you there. See you
See you.
guys. Bye.
Bye.